It's hard for people to be themselves. They don't like themselves. They don't like what they are. And so they like to pretend that there's something more exceptional. But what people really seem to enjoy is people who don't do that. People seem to really enjoy people who just work at being a better person and being better at life. You can learn a lot from someone about how much attention they spend on other people's failures,
right.
How much time they spend pointing out other people's failures, and how little time they spend reflecting on their own. Yeah. I'll be the first guy, if I fuck up, if I get angry at something I shouldn't have got angry with, I pride myself in calling myself out. Because a lot of people have a hard time defining themselves. They define themselves by failure because they failed. But I'm like, you're not your failures, you're you. Okay, your life is a series of lessons you've learned. Now, if you just dwell on the failures, like that's not healthy. It's not smart and it's not empowering. What you got to do is look at those failures and go, well, now you know what not to do. But you're not that. You're you. You could have done the stupidest fucking shit ever, but it's not you. That's not you. You're a different thing. You're the being that's experiencing all these failures. And if you know that they're ups, then you've learned. Okay? If you repeat them over and over again, well, then I can't talk to you. I mean, that's the bright side of tragedy. So when you come through it, you really will have an appreciation for the moments without tragedy. You don't really feel it unless unless life burns you. You don't really feel it. Understand that you can struggle, and you can realize that sometimes when things are really hard to do, you think, oh my God, I gotta stop doing this. But once you do it and you complete it, you have a satisfaction, this sense of satisfaction that you did something really difficult that is irreplaceable. I think the idea that's important is action. Do things.
Yes.
Actually do things. To procrastinate and sit around and debate things forever before anything gets done, yeah, there's a proper balance, though, of enough action and enough thinking. That's what I like about physical pursuits, man. You find out who the fuck you are. You find out whether or not you're that person who can keep going, whether you're that person who is consistent. So many people, they start off like, I'm going to run a mile a day, and they run a mile a day for a couple weeks and they fuck off. It's consistency. This showing up when you don't want to show up, forcing yourself to do things you don't want to, but then reaping the rewards. I think also stepping away from the hum of civilization is good too, because whether we like it or not, we're caught up in the hum of civilization in a way that it's almost impossible to measure. It's happening to you if you're in traffic. It's happening to you when you're around large groups of people. There's a constant inundation of input from other folks. And when you're in the woods, one of the first things that you realize, especially when you sit down and you look out over a large ridge and valleys, you see the mountains behind it, you realize this stuff doesn't give a fuck about me.
Right.
It's been here long before me. It'll be here long after I'm gone.
Perspective.
Yeah. It's the ultimate perspective enhancer. And, it's just, you just look around, you just see these things that are out here hustling. Just birds looking for shit to eat, and animals looking to eat a bird, and, and then other birds flying around looking for animals that are, eating on the ground. It's crazy. It's something that if you're not accustomed to it, it's not a normal experience for you. When you get out there and you soak it all in, and you are in the forest and you are in nature, it's very humbling, very humbling. It just puts it in perspective. Like, you're just a part of this insanely huge ecosystem. Mm-hmm. And these cities and this this unnatural thing that we've created that we really haven't adjusted to yet. It's not good to spend that much time in that, because also you can get caught up in the way everybody else thinks. And they're not always necessarily thinking in a way that's beneficial for you or for them. I don't think we're programmed to be steady and stable, because I don't think there's never a time in human history where life has been like super peaceful and easygoing. Like, you have these little kind of breaks where no one's coming over the hill with a sword and a fucking gang of barbarians.
The orcs they're not reading for a little while.
So you get a little break, and that's part of what people appreciate about life, is those breaks. But you have to have the chaos too, and I think it's kind of built into the system that there is always going to be this up and down. And I think it's also built into the way you interface with life. You know, you're not always going to feel great. You're going to have weird days, you know, but those weird days where things are shitty, one of the things it does is it really makes you appreciate the good days.
No doubt.
I think if every day is too good, that's the problem with people that are on like certain medications that sort of make everything a 7 or a 6 all day, every day. It's just gray and pale and boring.
Yeah.
And there's no ups and no downs. There's no nothing. It's just flat.
I'll take the life of the poet, the 1s and the 10s, those screaming, blistering 10s, and those fucking heart-wrenching 1s. Like, for sure, I'll sign up for that. What else are we going to do? Try and just ride out the middle ground? Like, that's just less interesting to me.
There's a lot of lessons in those 1s, you know?
The biggest ones.
You come out of those like a different person. Like, you learn things. Your mind has to seek discomfort. It has to seek these difficult tasks. You have to enjoy it. And you have to figure out a way to make your mind enjoy those things. And some people it comes easy and some people it doesn't. Some people it takes a long time. I always tell people the best thing you could ever do is force yourself to a schedule. Just write it down. Like, today I have to do an hour on the treadmill. I have to do an hour, no matter what. Even if you're fucking walking on it, you're doing an hour on a treadmill. The next time you're going to do it, just, okay, you did an hour and this is the amount of miles you got in. Next time, you're going to, add 3 miles. Put an extra 3 miles in that 1 hour. And just keep doing things like that. Write down, today I'm going to do 100 push-ups, and I'm going to do 100 sit-ups, and I'm going to do 100 chin-ups. That's today. And then force yourself. Force yourself to adhere to a schedule. Make a Monday, Wednesday, Friday workout schedule. Give yourself some time off, you know? Like, don't even crush yourself to the point where you can't do it. Make it so that you really appreciate those Tuesdays and Thursdays. But on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you're going to fucking get after it. And this is what you're going to do. Most people just try to go work out. And you're kind of aimless, and you show up, and you pick up the jump rope, and you jump a little rope. Maybe you hit the heavy bag a little bit. Maybe you do some curls. But you don't really have an aim, you know? That's why people like to hire trainers, because a trainer will tell you what to do. Well, you can tell yourself what to do. If you don't have money for a trainer, you don't even have to have fucking equipment. You know, with bodyweight squats, sit-ups, chin-ups, push-ups, you can kick your fucking ass. You could give yourself a brutal full bodyweight workout. And you could find these for free on YouTube. There's a ton of them. There's a ton of these bodyweight workouts you could do. Just force yourself. Write it down. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to do 100 push-ups. I'm going to do 100 chin-ups. I'm going to do 100 sit-ups. Even if it takes me all fucking day. Even if I have to do 10 and 10 and 10 and keep going all day. Just that's what you do. Do 10 push-ups, take a break for 20 minutes, do another 10. But get those 100 in. You gotta have discipline. Motivation's great. I love it. I love music. I love watching a David Goggins clip online, or Cam Haines, or Jocko Willink, or any of these savages. There's so many people out there. You could watch one of their videos where they tell you what to do, and you just get fired up and you want to go do it. But that's not always going to be there for you.
No.
Sometimes you gotta just decide.
Check the box. This is what I'm doing every day.
Yeah, you get
Rain
used
or
to
shine.
doing it.
Yeah.
This is what I do. This is what I do.